Today's weather is sponsored by McClintock Preferred Finishes, wholesale and supply store, with 2 locations, one in Paducah, Kentucky, and the other in Evansville, Indiana.
Good morning, everybody. It's March 25th, 2017. I'm meteorologist Bo Dotson. We had a band of heavy thunderstorms pushing into southeast Missouri, northeast Arkansas overnight. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings over Arkansas and even part of the Boot Heel. 50-mile-per-hour winds reported in the Boot Heel as those storms moved in. Here's our water vapor loop. You can see this moisture being drawn northward. These are severe thunderstorm watches, tornado watches, severe thunderstorm warnings. This was earlier in the morning and overnight. Now that's weakened. We see this moisture plume coming out of the Gulf of Mexico and then spiraling around to our west. That's the upper level low that will move into our area later today, and that will create some additional showers and thunderstorms. Now, some of those storms could produce hail because we're going to have some cold air aloft, and as thunderstorms bubble up later today, could have some reports of hail, nickel, quarter size, isolated risk for damaging winds, and an isolated risk for tornadoes as well. This isn't a typical tornado setup, but sometimes when you have these upper level lows move through an area, you can have some short-lived tornadoes. We'll keep an eye on it. I think the main risk today is going to be hail. We look at the Storm Prediction Center severe weather outlook, and you know they have different categories here. This light green, general thunderstorms, but not severe. Dark green means a marginal risk of severe weather, maybe some reports of hail and wind. And then the next level up is the slight risk. They'll change this at 7:30 a.m., 8 a.m. They will come out with a new update. They could change this around. Sometimes it changes. This one was issued around 1 a.m. The yellow area, slight risk, that just to remind you means typically severe thunderstorms are likely to occur, but widespread reports of severe weather are not anticipated. A little confusing on how they word that with the slight. The next level up is enhanced, and then you go moderate and high. We don't have that on the map. So the bottom line today is we're probably going to have some thunderstorms redevelop. Now, the forecast last night was for this large band of heavy storms to move eastward, hit the Mississippi River, and weaken and stall out, and that's exactly what's happened. We see here at radar here at about 7:50 in the morning, a band of showers extending from Mount Vernon all the way down into Mississippi. You see it's really not moving all that much. It's moving more north than east or northeast. The individual cells are pushing off to the northeast, but the line is just kind of meandering here. The forecast last night was for this to wash out over parts of Illinois and West Kentucky. What does wash out mean? Means that it weakens to the point where it no longer looks like this and just have a bunch of showers scattered in here. So that's probably what will happen later this morning is this main band, it's going to continue for a while, but it should weaken, and you can see heavy rain here and see how that weakens as it moves into West Kentucky. So overall, in the next few hours, this line will weaken, and then what we will watch is additional thunderstorms that form later today, probably after 10:30 a.m., 11 a.m., through the evening hours, over the area. These could pop up at any given location, especially southeast Missouri, northeast Arkansas, back here in this area early on, and then as we move later in the day, more and more. Chances everywhere of scattered thunderstorms with some hail and maybe some reports of wind and isolated tornado risk. I'll be around all day long. Keep an eye on it for you. You can find me on Facebook under Bo Dotson Weather. If I have to, I'll start a severe weather thread later this morning. Just look at the top thread and you can read my comments. I usually post additional graphics, comments, radars in the comment section. So once you find the main thread, just click on down there and look at the comments. You can find me on Twitter under Bo Dotson as well. If you want to see the interactive weather radars, go to weatherobservatory.com and then just click the radar button. Have a nice morning.